Hi everybody. We're going to talk a little bit about facial features today, and we're going to hopefully do some practice on those. I would like to encourage you to. I don't know about you, but I just love painting or drawing faces, so I think that for me anyway, it's a lot of fun. And I'm going to show you a simple way to do it that is a whole lot more fun than struggling. So I'm going to do this on white paper because you just can't see it on the gray. And the face that I drew in there was something like this. And that's about the same size that it was too. So what I'm going to do with my stubby pencil up in my opposite hand, I'm going to this is eyebrow, nose, eyebrow. And if you'll notice on your face, those are high parts of your face that are connected. And then your eyes are recessed in here. This is just my simple way of doing it. I don't fool around with the flares of the nostrils, nothing like that. And that reads as a nose, I think. And it can be as big or as small as it, as my hand makes it. I just don't try and control it too much. Now, eyes can be as simple as a curve and the iris. That reads as an eye right there, right? What I do to make them just a little bit more than that, same curve, but I also I turn it into a crescent moon with the iris. And the reason, okay, so this is the crease above your eyebrow, or above your eyelid. This is the bottom line of your eyelid. And this bottom line of the eyelid is actually kind of parallel to the ground, and it's almost always in shadow unless you're lit from underneath. The inside edge of your lower lid is facing upward, and so this light is usually reflecting it, so it's usually lighter than anything else, so I just leave it alone. If the face gets dark, I might touch it with a little bit of white paint pen just to pick it out, but this is a simple way of describing eyes that I think is very effective. And when we get to the painting part, I'll show you a couple more tricks about that. But that's kind of all there is to it. Now for a mouth, these can be as simple as a line. There, you've got a mouth, but if you want to add lips, we know about the little V shape underneath our nose, and our upper lips are generally narrower than our bottom lips and darker than our bottom lips. So we'll talk about that when we come to painting. And it appears, because our lower lips are thinner in the corners, it appears that they don't go out all the way to the edge. So that is how I describe a bottom lip. I try and make it fuller than the top lip. But it doesn't matter because that was where my pencil went. So that's all there's. Oh, I know what else I was going to tell you. If you put your hand on your lip underneath this wedge shape on your bottom lip or top lip, I'm having a hard time talking. There's a little lump right here. You can put it in or not. It depends on what you want to, how you feel about it, what you want to do. So let me try and do that again. So instead of just a straight line, this one was just a straight line. Instead of the straight line in the middle, there's a little bit of a bulge, which is underneath the center V of your upper lip. Your lower lip is generally fuller than your upper lip and doesn't go all the way to the point where your upper lip goes. So I'm hoping that makes sense. And that's as far as it goes. Now, if you decide you want to put ears on this, okay, everybody avoids ears, but ears are not that hard either. So let me show you. Your ear is shaped an ear is shaped kind of like this. And that's about where it is too. If you feel the top of your lip and follow it over with your finger, it's eyebrow height, a little bit higher than eyebrow height. Then there's this little tab that comes out and is on the same plane as your face. There's this ridge that goes around here and kind of gets lost there. And this is all pretty dark in here. It swoops around there like that. Dark into there. And there's an ear. not that hard, and it looks like an ear too, right? So I hope if you've been avoiding ears, you might consider letting them be something like that too. All right, I hope you found that helpful. Now it's time to go back to your background and draw your little face in, or your big face, and let it be what it is based on where the lines fall with your left hand, because this particular face tells us a lot about our intuitive self-portrait, tells us a lot about our intuitive self-portrait. So it's important to, wherever the lines fall, like this correction that I made here, I shouldn't have done that. I should have left that alone. That something would show up for me around this lip being smaller. It's going to make the face feel different, and so there's going to be different information for me. So try not to fix and adjust these features. Just lay them in quick and simple, just like this, and let them be what it is, what they are, without fixing or changing them. Okay, I hope to... I hope that you enjoyed this, and I will see you tomorrow. But remember to share what you've got so far. Hopefully it shows up against your background. I sure didn't. If it shows up against your background, share it. If not, just make some comments about what you think, or what it looks like, or what you're gleaning, anything like that. Just share your process with us. Okay, so back to my painting here, my piece. I'm going to just drop in a nose without thinking too much about it. Oh, she ended up with a big old nose there, didn't she? I'm gonna just put the line of the mouth in, and I'm gonna do those half moons like I talked to you about. And I've got some little tips when we go to paint those to make this even easier still to get to paint them. Upper lip comes all the way out. Lower lip, a little bit shorter, and then that little half moon. Okay, so there's my face on that, and we'll see what happens. I will see you tomorrow. Go ahead, don't worry about this too much, but I want to suggest to you that you take a scratch piece as part of today's lesson and practice making some faces and see how placing things differently makes them feel different, and just see, get yourself comfortable with doing this, and just practice and see what happens. Just simple little sketches like this should be, it will help, and it will be, it's fun. I think it's fun. So I will see you tomorrow.